Hello and welcome to episode 59 of
Absolute Game Off. Nerd!
All right. Yeah. So first off, you may notice it is just me here. JP had a bit of a family situation that he had to go and take care of. So I'll be flying solo as of now. But we got another great episode, great guest tonight. If any of you guys especially are in the card side of things, if you don't follow VP Trading Cards, Ken, who we have on tonight, you should, because I would say from an aesthetic standpoint, it's the best page on Instagram. So Ken, how you doing?
Doing great. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, it is such a joy to always, when you post, to be like, oh, let's see what the whole layout. For those that don't know, Ken does like a 3-photo layout, and there's like a background image. It's excellent. I'll put the link in the description if you don't follow him. Check him out. But yeah, Ken. So we always start out as usual with the same question. What is your origin story when it comes to this hobby and comics, cards, these characters, Marvel, whatever it is? What started it all back in the day?
I would say it started, a lot of people, 1990. That was the first set. So I was in, I don't know, first grade or whatever. Third grade, I think it was. Local shop at my house every week, buying a pack or two, washing cars for like $5 just so I can get some packs. Sometimes the family would give me packs, but yeah, put together series 1. Took a while, obviously. Put together series 2, 3, and super excited for that. And then one day I took it to summer camp. The whole binder to show everybody, put in the locker, locked it up, came back. Someone broke the lock, stole the entire binder with all 3 sets in it. And so it started off rough, but then about a week later, my best friend, who was collecting with me at the same time, he found out what happened, and he surprised me with his full 3 sets as a gift to me, because he saw how devastated I was with the whole loss and everything.
Oh man, so, that is what a guy.
Yeah. No, I mean, he saw me. I was crying. I was a little kid, and I was devastated. But yeah, he gifted me his entire 3 sets.
Oh,
with holograms and everything.
Wow. Yeah. Do you still have this set in your possession?
I do.
Excellent. No, I love that. Those sets are what brought me in as well. Series 2 is what kind of when I came on, but then we went back and collected series 1. But I still have my binder that has all 3 as well. And I still love this day, just every once in a while, just flipping through them and taking pictures. Like, I think they're just still so good. So good. I love it. Wait, I want to hear what was the story your friend told you, or your best friend told you, that what happened?
Oh, what do you mean?
You said he found out who stole them or something?
No, he found out by I came to his house all like devastated.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and he just gifted me that set because he knew, because I would use that set to draw from. So I would almost every day come from school, pick a card out, and then just basically draw whatever character that was. So that was my thing, my hobby. So I drew maybe almost every single character in series 1, and I was starting with series 2 as the whole thing, and he knew how much I loved it.
That's awesome. I actually used to do the same thing with comics and cards. I would just pick one and I would draw them. What's funny is, I don't know about you, but I could if I'm looking at it, I could draw it very well. But then if I had to freehand draw any character, disaster.
No, yeah, it's similar to that. Yeah, it's similar.
Yeah. Sure. I wanted to say real quick, how funny would it be like 30 years now ago from when that happened, if your best friend was like, Ken, by the way, I actually stole it just so I could be the hero to gift you this. He was playing like chess while everyone else is playing checkers with these moves.
Yeah, that would be crazy. That
would be hilarious. All right, so tell me, as a kid, these cards, what characters were you drawn to the most?
Well, the X-Men characters, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, that was what it was. It was mostly Wolverine was like the number one when I was a kid, and but I also had an affinity for like the galactic guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. As I got older, I kind of went to more villains. So my favorites as of now are really is Magneto and Doom.
Those are your favorites?
I have weird favorites. I have like categories. I have
Okay.
favorite villains, then I have women, and then male characters.
Okay.
Not like separate like
I
that.
just would have guessed just of checking out your. I would have guessed Spider-Man was your top.
No, I love Spider-Man, no doubt about it. I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah.
But I mean, I just the whole thing about Spider-Man, the aesthetic, everything about it, the mask, the costume, of course, the story. But growing up with the cartoons and all that, X-Men was like
Yeah.
number one with me.
Yeah. The
Then
cartoons. Yeah, I always remember the cartoons. The three for me, it was X-Men, no doubt. The Spider-Man cartoon, and then the Batman animated series were the three top. And then I also really got into the Fantastic Four cartoon, which not a lot of people remember as much. It was not nearly
Oh
as
yeah.
popular, but it was good. I always remember as a child too. They had the episode where Galactus came with the Surfer, and it was great.
Yeah.
Okay, so Series 1, Series 2, Series 3. What happened after then?
Oh, I went up all the way to when I saw Jusco's masterpieces. I was amazed. I had never seen characters so realistic. That blew my mind. So I'm a huge fan of that set. Went full bore on that one, and I think I went up to about 95 metal, and that's basically when I stopped collecting because I went to high school in 95, 96. So that was like kind of like my ending period.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously then I got into it again.
Yeah,
later on in life.
what got you back into it when you did, and when did you get back into it?
I got into it well, I first started, and during the pandemic I started buying up foreign comics just because I wanted to display them like I just love that. I didn't even know they existed. When I found out they existed, I'm like, well, I have to have some at least with the cool, I mean, different languages and all that, different artwork. And then I found out they still make Marvel cards. And I was looking for a comic, I found Marvel cards. I'm like, oh, they're still making Marvel cards. So I was intrigued, and then I went to on YouTube and I found some of the guys we know. I saw some Gingy Man stuff and Justin stuff, Spidey Hits, and yeah, I just started eating up all that content and learning. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I tell people because I got back into comics in 2022, and at that time when I got back in, I had no idea they were still making Marvel cards,
No.
and I just assumed it died off in the 90s. And then I found a couple people, some of the ones that you just mentioned, and I'm like, whoa, there's still cards. And then I started watching some stuff, and then I got back in the cards as well, probably like almost a year after I'd started back into comics. And so, I wouldn't even say I'm a full year back into cards, but I think they just go so great hand in hand together to complement each other. Like, I know a lot of people are, oh, I just want to do comics, or, oh, I just want to do cards. Like, I just think that they work so well together.
Yeah, I think they do too, for sure. You see on my page, now I'm starting to marry the two in my displays and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, they do. It's a perfect combination.
So wait, you talk about the fascination with the foreign comics. Do you chase any just American comics, or do you only care about the foreign ones?
I haven't bought any. The only American comics I have are a couple of Batmans.
Okay.
And some World's Finest ones from back in the day, but yeah, and all my books are ungraded, and all my cards are graded. It just happened to be like that.
Yeah, it is. When it comes to foreign books, the one that I would love, I mean, there probably are other ones as well, but it's the only one I've seen there is an Amazing Spider-Man #1, and there's a version from India. And someone posted on Instagram, and I was like, I would love that. And they were like, this is the only one I've ever seen. Like I've never seen another one, but if I could find one of those, that would be the foreign comic I would love. I mean, any of the big ones, if I found a version from India, like I'd be all over that. I think that'd be so cool.
It's the same artwork, or is it different artwork?
Yeah, so at least on the ASM one, it's the exact same artwork, and then obviously the letterings in is different language, and then it's actually because the one that they had was in a CGC case, and so the Indian one was considerably smaller. Like it only filled up like half the case almost. I'll have to send you a photo. I'll have to find it and send you a photo after we get off, just so you can see. Yeah, it's cool. And like, I mean, if I could own like something like that, or X-Men one, or a Fantastic Four 40 or something like that with an Indian version, that'd be pretty epic, I think. So when did you start your page, and did you automatically start with the kind of 3-panel configuration with the art and all that?
I knew that I wanted to do something different. I knew I wanted to make my page my gallery, because I have my cards in my cases and I don't really see them that often. So I wanted I want to be able to visit my page whenever I wanted and see my cards displayed in the way that you never really see before. So they're trying to figure it out, and I thought a triptych was the best way to do it, because then I could it would kind of bring people to my page, because you would see half an image in the background. You wanted to see what's next. At least that's what I would do. So that was a good way to bring people in, so I can share with the community more. But yeah, so that's basically what I wanted to do. And one of my great friends, she taught me how to do some editing and how to. You see how my slabs, the plastic part are like transparent,
Yeah,
so you can see the background image. So I learned from her how to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how to do that.
It's pretty easy once you learn.
Yeah. So when you right out the gate, then when you started your page, you started with that kind of triptych. I haven't really, I don't know if I've scrolled or if you deleted anything prior, but okay, got it.
I mean, the first I was still like learning and kind of figuring it out, but yeah, it was like that.
Got it. Okay. So you also mentioned all your cards are slabbed. Talk to me about that. I've talked to you about that, offline. You like PSA, but I know like with sketch cards, you just authenticate, and talk to me about all of that.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll grade every card with a numerical grade on it, condition grade, but with sketches and cuts, I specifically asked PSA to not put a numerical grade and put just authentic on it. Because I don't see a reason for grading the condition of a sketch card.
I agree with that 100%. Yeah.
Or even a cut, in my opinion, because a cut's they're like a one of one kind of a thing. So I'm like, there's no point. You're not gonna find another cut from that specific book and a specific insert set from that year. It's not gonna happen. It's only one of them. So
yeah, I also wonder too, like if you follow Cap Vault 41, he has a Captain America comic cut, and it's from an older book. And if you see on the cut, it actually has like a water stain on it. The cut they used has like a water stain on the edge, which actually makes it look kind of cool.
I think that's cool.
Yeah, it makes it look really cool and like kind of vintage. And like, I wonder something like that, if you were to grade that, would they be like, oh, surface 6, it's got water damage on it? And it's like,
I don't know.
What I mean? That would annoy the crap out of me if they did that. So like the authenticating, and it does make sense. Like there is no other one that looks exactly like that. Like I think that makes a lot of sense. But then my question is, why authenticate it? Like, I'm just curious. Like, you just like the slabbed look then, I assume?
Yeah, uniformity.
Yeah, okay.
Uniformity is what I just want everything to look the same exact way. It looks better on the page. It looks better in my cases. I mean, I only have one card that's not that's PSA, and that's the comic cut from
AF-15, right?
Yeah.
And that one you should keep. It has the CGC blue label. Like
Exactly.
it's
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah.
Exactly.
But otherwise, if you were to acquire a new card, let's just say tomorrow, and it's a BGS, you would crack that out and send it to PSA then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. How often do you send cards to PSA?
Oh man. I was sending a lot. I was sending about. I've already sent maybe 20 orders in of like 30 cards in at a time. So, I mean, more than that now. Looking at my stuff, but yeah, it's a lot. But I think I'm pretty much on a pause at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so talk to me about what because obviously you look at your page, it's not just one character, right? So like we wouldn't say you're a character collector,
No.
but I wouldn't say you're a set collector. You've
No.
named off characters that you like. What do you? How do you? What
I'm an
do
insert
you hunt?
collector.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So
Inserts.
what is it that you look for? Talk to me about that.
It's basically inserts. So I love. I mean, obviously, base cards are beautiful, and I love collecting those too. But when it comes to like spending real money on stuff, it's more inserts for me.
Mm-hmm.
So especially the ones that are out of the ordinary, like I would say plexis, acetates, die cuts, the metallurgies. I love the metal cards. Now with those animes, they have the wood block. That's pretty cool. I mean, I love that stuff. Then you have PMGs and all that stuff. Yeah.
Actually, real quick before also we move off of the PSA, have you seen now with some of the thicker cards? I think it is they have that big slab now.
Okay, yeah, it's
yeah. I would say like you talked about uniformity with your collection. You send it into PSA and you get something like that back. What are you doing?
I already did that. I got back 2 cards. I graded 2 of those preserved ambers, and I had other ones in a regular slab, and now they came in these huge things. I called them complaining. I left emails. I did the whole research center thing, waiting to hear back because how can they go from one way to do it another way? I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. So they got to fix that.
Yeah, and I agree. And I mean, maybe some people do, but personally, like I don't like it at all. Like I don't think it looks good. Like
I'm not a fan, but maybe it's for other people.
Yeah, no, other people totally maybe, yeah, but I'm with you on this. Like I would be, especially like with you when you have that, you want that uniformity. It's like, oh, that would drive me crazy.
Where am I going to put those things? They're huge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, so going back to, tell me do you have like a process of how you hunt for cards? Like I've talked to people, it's like, oh, I'm on eBay, scrolling for a couple hours probably every day, or do you have a process of how you hunt and what you hunt, that kind of thing?
It took a while to put together because I was learning about so many sets, and I had so much to learn in the first year. So I was I lived on CompC and I lived on YouTube learning stuff and learning what I even wanted. Now I understand what I want. Like I said, inserts and certain inserts and save searches, the blue dots, the infamous blue dots.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I stopped doing the email notifications, just left it on the actual app itself because that was driving me crazy.
Yeah, I wake up every day with like 20 emails of like
I stopped that. I can't do emails. That's too much for me. I'll just go on the app when I want to go on the app, and that's what it is. The blue dots, basically. I already know what I want, so I'm not just blindly searching now. Before I was blind searching.
When we look at your page, right, we've talked about you've got that just like gorgeous kind of aesthetic going on. Off your page, these cards sit in your house. Are they displayed somewhere? Are they in a binder? Like, what's that look like?
They're in those big suitcases.
Oh, okay, yeah, the like bomb-proof suitcases.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. That's why my display is online. My display is my Instagram. I
Yeah.
go on my Instagram multiple times a day just to look at my cards.
I love that.
Yeah, just to look. I just scroll down my page and just happy, like, oh, I look so nice. I love this. I love the combination with the background. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
now in my conversations with you,
Mhm.
you still have quite a bit of your collection that is yet to be seen on
Oh yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
So you scroll your page, but like, what about all those cards you have that you haven't posted yet?
I have posts already made
Ah,
in my computer, and that's what I just do. I just go like that. And if I want to see one in person, I just open up the thing. I'm like, oh, it's awesome. You know, put some light on it, or look through it, or whatever it is. And yeah, but I have
okay.
most of my. I basically have my collection already made. It's just a matter of
Posting
um,
it at
mhm,
a time you want. Okay, got it.
yeah.
Now, it's funny because we talk to people that have YouTube channels and things like that, and um, if they make a 10-minute video, let's just say, it takes them 2 hours to edit it and, fancy it up and all that stuff.
Mhm.
How long does it take you to do one of those triptych, like, graphics put together?
Mm. Um, I think at first it's well, I don't know if you tell I go like and I do series. So I'll do a series. I'll specifically do one insert, and I'll do like a group of like whatever. If I have 4 or if I have 8 of them, whatever it is, I'll do an insert. Then I figure out what artist I want to put in the background. So you'll see I have like a bunch of Alex Rosses in the background, and then I'll have the matching character with the artist.
Mhm.
And then I've got to figure out what I want to match the the insert with a corresponding card with that same character, and then it's a matter of the edits. So um, the edits don't really take me that long anymore because I can really fast at them.
Mhm.
But I mean, like an hour
Okay.
to do everything. Yeah. So I mean, I have some time, so and I really enjoy it, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I imagine
I
you
really
probably
enjoy it.
enjoy doing
Yeah.
it, so
Yeah, and I
yeah.
get like you see now I have a bunch of in the background I have a bunch of original art from comic books.
Mhm.
So I go online, I go to Heritage, I look at all the old sales, and I'll see them all there. And just it's fun just to look around.
Do you have any interest in collecting original art?
Uh, Comic book art, like covers and stuff like that. Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
because all that stuff is that's
Yeah,
expensive. Yeah,
it's a whole other ball game that, yeah, I
yeah.
can't even. I mean, I'm yet
No, no.
I can't play at that level yet, but hopefully one day I'd like to have some. I mean, I'd be fine with even just interior pages, like, but even that's still like depending
Oh
on the
yeah, yeah.
artist and yeah, no doubt. Oh, yeah. So
The only thing I have that's original is I have a Fred Ian
oh yeah,
painting he
the
did.
Wolverine from MentalCon
Yeah,
last year, right? I
yeah,
remember
yeah,
that.
yeah. Tim was generous enough to put that up, and and I have. Yeah, you consider this original, I guess. It was the opening scene from X-Men
Oh
when
yeah,
they're
we talked
running.
about that. That is you bought
Yeah.
yours is what got me to buy my piece.
Okay.
Yeah, I like those, and, like, I've since bought a, one from Batman the Animated Series that I really love as
Oh.
well, and, like, I get it, like, I understand why, but, like, for the cost of how cheap those were, like, to me, that's for someone that grew up on those cartoons, that's a easy no-brainer, like, no questions asked kinda thing.
Yeah, that when Spidey had the Lee Walls on there, and they gave us that information, I was so grateful to them and to him. Yeah.
Yeah, I was glad when you got it that night. I remember I asked, like, "Whoa," because I didn't watch their episode live, and you're
Mhm.
like, they were there, and they said this site, and that night, a lot of that inventory got picked up because of people
Mhm.
that watched that show, and I was happy that, like, I was able to get one of them that has almost all of it. Like, it's got Rogue, it's got Gambit, it's got Wolverine, it's got Cyclops. It's from the Phoenix Saga episode, so it's like this scene where
Oh
it's got
yeah, I
all
remember.
the characters. Yeah, and like that was like one of the last multi-character. All the rest of them were just like a single character of it, which some of them were, don't get me wrong, are awesome. But like,
Mhm.
I definitely am happy I got one with multi-characters, kind of like similar. And you have obviously the iconic where they run into each other. I mean, that's just sick.
Yeah, it was. I think the one I have is with Gambit, and I think it was Gambit. I think Rogue's in there, Jubilee. I forget, but yeah,
Yeah.
I know Gambit's in there. Yeah.
Yeah, and that villain one is still on eBay. Actually, I still see it on eBay. I'm actually kind of surprised no one's picked that one up. Yeah. So you said you're on a pause from grading. Are you on a pause from hunting cards as well?
I basically have everything that I've already like wanted.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm very happy with my collection. The only thing is that there's a couple of things I'm still looking for. Yeah, but they're very specialized stuff.
now I totally understand if you don't want to reveal what those are because of sometimes the scarcity, but I'm curious if you are willing, and which the answer can be totally no, but are you open to sharing what some of that stuff is?
Yeah, sure. Well, I guess the big one is I I really want pack pulled sketch cards from every masterpiece artist if possible. Once, because I
Okay,
have,
so everyone that okay, so yeah, and I know recently you got the Dave Palumbo.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I really want to get somehow Simone will be crazy. Um, there's a Juice Jusco that I'm really looking at. So that's my that's how I would love to get that.
What
And
about
then
like
there's
when you say that? I mean, we're probably talking from 2016 on, because I guess the
yeah,
earlier
exactly.
masterpieces, yeah, the earlier masterpiece sets wouldn't have had them. Okay.
No, that's exactly correct. 16, 18, 20, 22 or something like that. Yeah. And obviously the Dan Dos Santos would be incredible,
Hmm.
but they haven't really gotten the market. There's one on eBay that we both know about that I think you would
Which
be
one is
interested
that?
in. Thing.
Of Dan Dos Santos?
Yeah.
Have I seen that one? I don't know if
Oh,
I've
I
seen
thought
that
you
one.
did.
Uh-uh.
Okay. I could be mistaken, but I think there is one out there.
Okay, we'll definitely have to look. I saw one recently of his of the Vision, and it was like Vision coming through a wall. Did you see that? It just came
No.
out recently. It looks fantastic. It is a really good one. Like of the Dan ones I've seen, I think it may be my favorite one so far. It's really good. I'll have to see if I can find a picture and send it to you. Yeah, it's. I don't know if it's for sale. I think at least if it was, it wasn't up yet. But it's a beautiful, beautiful piece.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think there's a thing. When I could be mistaken, but yeah, I think there is one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like something that I would love to put together, and then the sketchographs.
Yeah.
I have a nice little collection, but man, I would love to add more, especially some specific artists.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Are there any, would it be specific character? Like what would, so for those that don't know, like sketchographs, so there was 97, 98, and is there a third year that they had those?
Uh, I'm not, I don't think so. I think there's two. I think there's Silver Age and Creators Collection, the Creators one, and the
Yep.
97. So I think there's three sets, I believe,
Yeah, or
of
is
those
is it
sketchographs.
one of the Spider-Man sets have them too? I think maybe from one of those years. I can't
I
remember.
think maybe they might be called sketchographs. I'm not sure. But the Spider-Man archive ones, that'll be great to have like Romita from there. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see, by the way, a Ramita one sold last week for it was like $1,200. Now, $1,200 is obviously very expensive for a card, but relative to sales we see, I thought that was quite low for considering what that was. I was
Hmm.
shocked it didn't go higher, especially considering that now that Real Media unfortunately has passed away. Like I feel like a lot of those have gone up. So I was kind of shocked that that one went for that much.
Let me show you something. Hold on. Oh, too much glare now. Hold on. Give me a second.
Oh, that
You
was
see
you.
that?
That yeah. Sorry. Oh no, you got that a while ago. I think you showed me that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. There you
yeah.
go.
That is what I'm talking about. Like that. That is a gem right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I love that one.
Yeah, I would be over the moon to have to like I'm not as I love Spider-Man. I'm not a Spider-Man card collector, but like that's one of those pieces was like that's a no-brainer if you could add that the collection. So let me ask you, in talking of your collection,
Mhm.
the house is on fire. You can
Mhm.
grab 3 cards only before you can get out. What are the 3 you're grabbing?
It's gonna be the A15 cut.
Mhm.
Um, oh man, Ugh, so 3. Um, gosh, I'll give you 3 and an honorable mention. How about that?
Hey, whenever someone asks you to do like a top 5, I always have honorable mentions, so go for it.
Okay, so it's gonna be the A15 cut, the Romita sketch. I'm obsessed with.
Oh yeah,
Um,
100%.
and then I'll have. Let me see if I find something over here. Then it'll be the Green Gwen
Oh, nice.
17, and I would say the Palumbo that I'm obsessed with.
Oh yes, awesome.
Yeah, I would say those.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I was gonna
I
say,
just
is it
those are
the,
my favorite ones.
I was gonna say, is it that Stan Lee auto that's pinned on your page?
Yeah, yeah, and I have another Stanley Auto that I haven't posted yet.
Oh, you
That is,
do?
yeah, that is yeah, it's similar to that actually.
Is it a Marvel Beginnings one?
No, 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 no. It's what's it called? Film cards.
Okay.
You'll see it one day. It'll be posted. I'll show it to you. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't have
alright,
it. I don't
sweet.
have it here. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw my post today, but, like, it is so, obviously, I collect the Thing and Silver Surfer, and I've just become obsessed with those Beginnings comic covers that have the
Hmm.
autos on them from 2011, 2012.
I love
And
them.
there are a lot of and I've been collecting the ones that I can, but I don't have any of the Stan Lee ones. And there are 10 of them that have a Stan Lee auto that are either with the Thing or Surfer on it. Now there's more Thing because of all the Fantastic Four ones, but my goal is for just one this year to find just one of those somehow to add to the
With the
collection.
Stanley.
Yeah,
Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't
yeah,
have. I would love to have that. I have a good little collection of those, but not with Stanley.
yeah.
No, 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 no. Yeah, I have a couple. Well, I have a lot of cool ones, but my favorite one I have is a triple auto.
Oh, nice.
What- Yeah, that is Mark Bagley. He's like the big guy on it. But yeah.
Yeah, my favorite one that I have is, it's of the Silver Surfer 1 comic, and
Oh yeah, I saw
it's
that.
signed by Joe Sinnott. But that one has a Stan Lee one, which would obviously be a dream, and that one also has a duel of Stan Lee and Sinnott. And it's funny, I actually talked to, I know, so I don't know him. I saw he posted that he had it on, the Facebook page, MCCW, and, I just, like, messaged him out of the blue and was like, "Hey, I know your post says you're never gonna move this thing, but I'm just curious, like, if you did, blah, blah, what you're thinking." He's like, "Yeah, I don't intend to move this. If I did," he's like, "I mean, I've had offers of $3,000 that I've turned down." I'm like, "Oh my God." That is, outside my pay grade at the moment, at least. So,
Yeah.
but hopefully one of, like, there are a couple that are, like, much smaller issues in terms of, like, the comic that the image is, and so
Mhm.
hopefully I can find something like that would be less valuable but cheaper. But I would still, that would be just such a grail card for me for sure.
Yeah, Stanley, an on card Stanley, and especially if it's like still with, he still has like the nice penmanship. I know as he got older, there's a
Yeah,
lot. You know what happened with him, obviously, but
yeah.
yeah, but a nice penmanship would be nice to have.
Yeah, now I will say I've seen a lot of the beginnings ones, and I think they've definitely kind of pushed the line on that. I'm okay with it though, like, just to have it, like, I'd be cool. But yes, that would obviously be the icing on the cake. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, yeah, no doubt. Um, so you like to, like you were saying, you constantly kind of go back, um, to your page. Um, what is it that you like looking at the most? Is it like, is there a certain how do I put this? You've got a lot on your page. Do you find yourself looking more to some things versus others, or?
Let me think about that. That's a good question. No, I love my collection. It's just, there's not a specific ones that I really look at a lot. I mean, the truth is, I look at more. I'm at the moment, I'm looking a lot at my yet to be posted stuff. Almost like I'm excited to share with the community that stuff. It's like, oh, I can't wait till like this stuff is posted so we can talk about it and go back and forth, have messages and talk with guys about it and girls about it too. But yeah.
Yeah. There's not many girls I'm talking to about my collection.
No, but I know there's women out there that
there's
love
a few.
stuff,
there's a few for sure. How do you then? Do you have a schedule that you follow? Like I post on Mondays and Fridays, or what? Do you have a method to that?
I did have a method. I had schedule. Now I kind of break that up. Now I'm just feeling if I want to share something, I'll share it. I also was having like thoughts about now wanting to share certain cards, just almost like afraid that if someone found out about this, they'll know I like this, they'll come and get them. I'm like, but I stopped with that whole thing. I would love for people not only to come to my page because in my opinion it looks beautiful, but also to like learn about certain things and learn about different inserts and oh, I didn't know that existed. I didn't know they made that like that, or oh, that's a great year for cuts, or because not all cuts are made equal, even if it's the same cut, in my opinion.
I mean, even just your recent ones, right? Like, again, being a first Silver Surfer and then the Thing, with them being banned for so many years, I only researched the sets with them in it. And so recently, when you've been posting the new Spider-Man cuts, and it's like the eyes and the mask, like I actually never seen those, and those are sweet.
Yeah, that's my favorite all-time card set. Is 2017 Flirable Spider-Man. Even though I didn't say Spider-Man's not my number one character, but that oh man, because all the inserts, I love the inserts. And we talk about the dual comic cuts; those are beautiful. The way the eyes frame each specific cut, and those are. I was talking with the Amazing Spider guy, Brian, about that. Those are 1 out of every 1,200 packs. Those cuts. It's a lot. It's hard to come by, but they're super beautiful in my opinion. I love the red, the mask. And then you have the single ones with the emblem. Oh, yeah, looks great.
Yeah, no, they are, and that one you posted today with Black Cat was great. So, which reminded me to ask you. So, you said Doom and Magneto are probably your favorite, and that's on the villain category. We've talked about Spider-Man on the male category and Wolverine. Who are the females then? I know you said you had a female category. Who are your top?
It's very X-Men. It's so it's Rogue and Storm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I have a great little rare well, I guess rare, but low numbered or whatever it is, Rogue collection, and a nice little Storm collection too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Now you're just making everybody sitting here being like, let's go, Cad. Let's release these. We want to see these things.
Yeah, right now I'm doing Spider-Man cuts. So that's my thing. That's what I'm doing now. I'm doing all that Spider-Man stuff.
Well, no, I've also liked that you've started this year doing the foreign comics added onto the page.
Yeah, I was trying to decide to do it or not. So I put that little poll up. I wasn't sure if people were like, I came to this place for cards, not comics, but everyone seems to like it. So
yeah, I mean for me, it's like I said, I do the both. So like I want to see both. So that was a no-brainer for me. When it comes to posts you have in queue, you said you've got them mostly all made. Let's just say theoretically, if you were to post every 3 days, are we talking like you've got posts for the next 5 years, or what are we talking about here?
You mean one triptych, like 3 triptychs a week? You're saying?
Yeah, well, yeah, let's say three a week. If you were to do that,
it's It's about a year's worth.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So you got quite a
yeah.
bit still to show that's out there. So
Yeah. So right now it's the Spider-Man cuts. Then it'll be sketch cards, and then after that it's my what is it? Oh, the Royal Foil collection. But I only have the 25 ones. I'm not posting the other ones yet. Yeah.
nice.
Royal Foils are great.
You know, it's interesting when you talk and you say that I'm content with my collection. That is such an unknown feeling, I feel like, to most collectors. Like even myself, like I don't know. You know, it's like, and I think it's like the hunt is kind of what I enjoy. So once you get the next one, it's like, okay, now what's the next? It's the game for the next one. So to hear you say like I'm kind of happy where things are at. That's very refreshing to hear. I will say, and very cool.
I think it helps. I'm not a character collector or a set collector.
Yeah,
that really helps because I mean, I've already found out all the inserts that I love, and I've gotten my little. Because for me, when I look for this is how I look for cards. I'll look first at the character and the art. So even if I love the character and the art is not my favorite, I won't get it. And then I'll look at obviously the insert, this type of inserts, how rare that insert is, and then maybe I would say if you check all the marks, I guess the next check would be like historical significance. That's why I love those sketchographs. I love obviously my cut that I have. That checked every single box possible for me. I had to get that one. I got very lucky on that.
You talk about the AF-15 cut?
Yeah, that checked every box.
Yeah, talk to me about, and we don't need to talk prices by any means, but like, when did you get it?
Public sale.
Okay, so when did you get it? How did you get it? Like, because I mean, especially now, recently we've seen Justin has posted he sold his for $30,000. So like, how did you acquire it in the first place? And do you have it? Do you have it available?
Yeah, I'm getting it out
right now. Show that off real quick. Yeah, that thing is just sweet. So for those that don't know, Upper Deck took an AF-15. It's unknown, I guess. They say it's a high grade, but who knows if it's a complete copy, a restored copy. We know. And they took panels out and made cards with it. And there are 15 of these from Amazing Fantasy 50. And this came out in 2017, Spider-Man Metal? What set did this come out? I can't remember now.
No, 22.
22, sorry, Spider-Man. Yes, okay. And so there's 15 of these. This came out now a little over a year ago. How and when did you get yours?
eBay auction. I don't know the exact date on that. I didn't think about keeping that, but yeah, it was. I expected to go for a lot more. I mean, it wasn't cheap. It was, for me, it was a lot of money, personally. For others, it may not have been, but for me, it was. But I would have paid more than what I.
I was gonna say, were you prepared to go higher had it gone higher?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And I would have made it work.
I'm curious, do you remember how many like bids it had on it?
No, I don't remember the number of bids. All I know is that right when I won it, I paid it, and I received a message saying that another bidder was bidding on it or something, and they fell asleep or something happened, and they're offering me they wanted the card.
Oh, this is someone that missed out that then messaged you about it.
No, the seller had, I guess, received a message from a bidder.
Got it.
Asking to reach out to me. That they would, whatever. It was, they wanted the card, and I said, no, I can't. I just can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when you saw that pop up on auction, it's a very nice cut in the sense of like it's Peter making his costume, looking at that mask. So it's a significant moment. In my opinion,
it is. Yes. The first time you see the mask, I believe.
So when that popped up, again, I've not seen all 15 of these cards, but let's just say theoretically there's one that's not as great. Would you have still wanted it because it's an AF-15 cut, or was it just a perfect time of the card is there and it's a cut I would want and be happy with?
The card is there. It's a cut that I'm more than happy with. I was in a financial situation that I was able to get it. And yeah, so if it's a cut of some goons in an alley or something, I don't mind. Yeah, it's a big difference, but I don't think Upper Deck would have chosen a cut like that. I hope
Yeah,
not, at
no.
least.
I think they all have Peter Parker in them for sure.
Yeah,
I want to say I've seen, let's see, 1, 2, 6. I think I've seen 8 of them, and they definitely all. I think the 8 I've seen have Peter in them in some capacity.
Yeah, I mean, there's the one with him that Luis Alonso has, and then the one obviously Spidey, and then the other guy who was on the CGC website, and then the one biting the spider biting the hand and all that. Yeah, the beautiful cuts. Of course, I would love any of them, but I really love mine.
Yeah, I love that. Did yours come graded or did you grade it?
No, it was graded, which was a plus too, and it was graded in the CGC, and that's the only. Like I said, that's my only non-PSA card I have, and it's staying in that blue CGC label. I think it's great for any collector who would. Let's say one day I wanted an AF-15 somehow. I mean, not right now, but maybe in the future, or a collector wants to pair it with that. I think it's a great thing.
Oh yeah, I think that would be because that's what I like doing. Like I like having those comic cars. And that's why it's a shame that they discontinued the blue label, because you do that exact thing. But now that you've got that, yeah, if one day you get an AF-15, like that is, I mean, that's the chef's kiss right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Has there been a card that has excited you? Maybe that Ramita sketch that you just showed or a little bit ago that excites you as much as that AF-15 cut had?
It actually. Yeah, and you'll probably be surprised by the one I'll say. I mean, they're all. I love, like I said, my 4 cards I showed are those are my houses burning or whatever it is. I'm taking them with me. But when I was still learning about sketchographs, I didn't understand them. And who taught me a lot was also I spoke a lot with Fausto, Sketch Card Hive, and I learned about them. And then when I saw one of my favorite artists, Marie Severin's sketchograph.
Yeah, I love Marie Severin.
Yeah, of Hulk, especially. In my opinion, I think she does Hulk incredible. I love her Hulk.
Yeah,
and I saw it on that. I'm like, it's a sketchograph of that. What is that? And I had to get the whole embossed stamp thing. I was looking at it, making sure that's it. That's her signature. Sometimes it's a full, sometimes it's just SCV. I'll show. I can have it here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Nice.
Yeah. That was my first ever sketchograph. And that one, when I saw her, I'm like, I had to get it. Pioneer. Oh, she's incredible.
Yeah. I just also really love the aesthetic of that card with like the blue lines. Yeah. It's so good. And I really am upset because, I'm not, really, but I am upset. Prior to me collecting Thing, there was a Ron Lim sketchograph of the Thing on eBay. And I always remember seeing it being like, man, if I was a Thing, if I started collecting Thing, that would be one I'd want. And then now I've started collecting Thing and it's gone. And I'm like, because I love Ron Lim because I grew up on Ron Lim's Silver Surfer. And he did a number of Fantastic Four comics. And so his Thing is also, I mean, he does Thing great. There's a bunch of Doom ones I've seen. So yeah, I would love to find it. And then, was it last week that Thing CNOT sketch that you sent me, the auction ended. I put in for it. It went higher than I wanted to spend, which is unfortunate, but hopefully there'll be another one that comes around.
I think there will be. I mean, there's always another one comes around. It's just be patient. Yeah, patient.
Yeah, and that's the thing is when I talk with you, I'm always amazed. Like you definitely seem to have a lot more patience than me, I would say, and a lot more patience, I'd say, than a lot of people.
you, you, man, you entered the card game and you went full force. I'm collecting Silver Surfer, and boom, you have rainbows and diamonds, and I'm like, what is going on here? It's really impressive. I was like, wow.
I have been very, very fortunate, I would say, in that capacity, that some things had fallen the right way for me to get that. So I can't complain for sure. No doubt, no doubt. Yeah. And you know that's the thing I'll tell you with Thing that's been really fun is almost everything is available, and you almost just got to take your time because otherwise you could easily just buy it all now. And it's
Yeah,
like,
and
no, I
then
don't
you're
want.
done.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to do that. And then it's just like you can wait and get deals, and so it's like no, you gotta let it drawn out. But so I'm practicing my patience too. And then
No,
obviously
for
like
sure.
I have some comic ambitions, and so that helps also. Like I don't want to go all in on one thing, for sure. What about like Upper Deck is releasing a new set every month? Are you
Yeah.
enticed at all by any of the new sets? I know the masterpieces you want a sketch card by Dan, but beyond that, do you get into like, you know, the BSGs or any of the inserts from any of these new sets?
Yeah, like the BSG. Let's think about. Oh man, Doom card with his green Fantastic Four and Doom. That's a beautiful, beautiful piece he has. That's
Oh yeah,
incredible.
the BSG.
Oh,
Yeah.
with the signature. Oh
Yeah.
God, looks. That's. But yeah, I mean, not really. I have, and also I've learned to wait.
Yeah.
And when people are when everyone's buying all the new stuff, I'm buying stuff 1998.
Yeah.
You know, like that's for me. That's what I like doing.
Yeah.
And
No, I mean,
I don't buy packs. I don't buy boxes. I haven't ripped a pack since '95.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just
I
not
haven't
my. It's not my thing.
Yeah, I too. I haven't bought any like packs or boxes. And I was actually earlier today, I actually filmed a little video with William, the Rider 95.
Oh yeah,
Because
he's fun. I like
yeah,
him.
he's all in on the Fleer Ultra Midnight Suns has come out. And so we did a little video with him showing off what he's got and the boxes that he's bought and things like that. And then he's like, yeah, he's like, the thing that's gonna be great is once Fleer Ultra Wolverine comes out, this set is gonna be almost completely forgotten, I feel like. And he's like, and I'm just gonna be picking up everything I want that I don't have yet. I'm like, yeah,
Smart man.
and I totally feel like because like when the new Marvel Masterpieces set came out that weekend, there were a number of like cards from like Rittenhouse 2014. I was able to snag a Ruby for like pennies on the dollar from what it was, and I was like, this is great. Like this is the strategy here, man.
Yeah, I didn't know you were gonna mention Rittenhouse. Yeah, I'm a huge Rittenhouse fan. I love Rittenhouse. It's fun.
Yeah, I would not be opposed to having them get a license back to make some more cards for sure.
Yeah, well, share it. That'd be great. Just oh yeah.
I do think that like Upper Deck needs competition, right? It makes everyone better. Like when you're the only game in the house is like you do whatever the hell, and you're like, no big deal. Especially when like they're obviously majority of them is gonna be is sports cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like for them to care about Marvel as much as it's not going to happen unless there was some competition there. And so that's why, I would love to see that.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, Upper Deck, you know, they do all right. I mean, they're fine. I like their products. I feel like they can listen a little more to the collectors, but I think they do a pretty good job.
Elaborate on that. What do you think that they could listen to about?
In my opinion, can you please let the artwork speak for itself and not have all this stuff going on?
Yeah.
They did a great job on the Midnight Suns. They don't have these crazy streaks of colors messing up the background of the beautiful artwork. You know, they have that stuff on top and the sides, make a little border. I love this. So they listened there. I just hope the Wolverine set is not crazy. I saw some of them. I hope those claw marks aren't too distracting.
Yeah, I've heard someone. I think and William actually may have said that. I don't know if he said that on stream or after, but he was talking about that exact thing. Is that going to be taken away too much? The one that drives me crazy the most
Mm.
I love Marvel Masterpieces, obviously,
Yeah.
but I am not a fan of the gold SIG cards that they have.
Okay.
Like, especially like on 2016, the Joe Jusko ones, like it's so big and thick
And
that
really,
like
really thick, that thick
yeah.
lettering.
And
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is too distracting for me, and it takes away from like how gorgeous these cards are.
I think that's why the Simone Bianchi ones with the thin, that looks a little more
Yeah, and then
palatable,
like
in my
this year at
opinion.
Dan's, it's like towards the bottom almost. So
Mhm.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Anyways, coming up, is there anything I know you said you're not into new stuff, but what does the future look like for the collection? Any thoughts about that, or just kind of marinating on it?
Um, like I said, sketch. I would love to get more sketchographs. I would love to get
How did you get that Palumbo one? Like, was that also an eBay auction?
yeah,
Okay.
I got yeah. I'm a huge auction person. I love auctions. They're fun.
Yeah.
And I'm that guy who will wait till my clicker says 2 seconds and put my first bid in. So yes,
Same
I
with
am
me.
I'm
Same
that
with me.
sniper guy people don't like. That's who I am.
Yep.
And I will not bid before that.
Yeah.
Yes, I have my go-to number, and if I miss it by $3, which I have before in the past, $3.23. Remember that specifically. Yeah, it's mostly eBay. There's some PWCC, and that spider, the ghost spider, the green, that was golden.
Okay.
But golden, sometimes the prices get a little crazy.
Yeah, I missed recently a Thing Blue PMG by $5. I was like, oh my god. Now we say I lost by $5, but like, who knows what the guy that won, what their max bid was? You know what I mean? Like, if I had gone five, like they would have gone. Like, who knows? But yeah, but
No,
yeah,
yeah,
I do the same thing though. That 2 seconds, put in my number and see what happens.
yeah, for sure. That's the way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I if I see a new set come out, I may get the bug again. It's possible, but I'm trying to stay with the older stuff at the moment until a product comes out that blows my mind away, or yeah, that's just what it is.
Would there be an artist that you can think of that would get you out of your seat? No doubt.
Are you saying like a masterpiece artist?
Any artist. I mean, let's just say like if Jim Lee came out and was like, I'm gonna do a set of Fleer Ultra X-Men.
Yeah,
like
yeah, that may do it.
yeah, yeah,
that may do it. That may do it. Yeah, it's possible. Like I have my artist, and he's in my 4.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt that would happen, seeing as he's the head of DC.
Of course
but
not. Yeah, of course not.
But we could all dream. But who else would get you out of your chair in that kind of thing?
You know who? Oh man, he just came back and now he did some in I think of the Midnight Suns, and I think he has some in Platinum as well coming out. Bill Sienkiewicz or
Oh, Bill
Sienkiewicz,
Sienkiewicz. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like that would, if he did a full set, that'd be crazy. I would go insane. I would go insane for that one. Yeah.
Would you become a set collector for that set?
No, I don't think I can become a set. That's too much, especially now with all the
parallels.
Oh my gosh, I don't know how people do it with the 18 parallels.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. But yeah, no,
it's too much. It's too much work. It's too. Oh my gosh, that would stress me out. I mean, it's incredible the dedication people have. I just can't. Oh man, I have patience, but there you have like, God, there's so much to get. It's impossible. I mean, for me, I can't even fathom it.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to, I think you probably talk to him every once in a while too, Miles, the Namor collector.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, the fact that already now, so he just posted that he got the red amber 1 of 1, and so now he has literally every Namor in the new Masterpieces set. So it's like base, green, orange, purple, gold Sig, silver Spectrum, what if auto, all 3 ambers, including the 1 of 1. He has the red spectrum, and then he has a plate of the base, and he just needs the what if plate, and he literally will have everything that they like. That's crazy. Like, and he did it in a couple months. Like, that's wild.
So fast.
Yeah.
So fast. It's insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
The speed that he went through. I mean, I can't believe it. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and Namor's a great character, but I mean, he's not super popular, but still, it's incredible it's an incredible feat to find those.
That's the thing is right. Like, I mean, Namor's obviously not as popular as Spider-Man, let's just say, obviously, but like the fact that you've been able to sort, like, I mean, especially like we're talking, there's 2 1 of 1s there, right, with the red spectrum and the red amber. Like, that alone is just amazing.
Yeah.
Incredible. Well, with that, yeah, this has been fun, Ken. Thanks for coming on to the show and sharing your thoughts. And like I said, I thought it's really refreshing to hear someone's like, I'm kind of content with my collection.
I'm very happy with it. I'm happy. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, I'll put your Instagram handle in the description. Again, guys, if you want to just follow a page that just is just great to look at, Ken's is the page. Again, I'll link it down in the description. Follow him up. Any last things you want to share before we go?
No, not really. Just
all right.
I'm also very grateful for the community.
Yeah.
Because some people give it a bad rap, but I felt very welcomed when I first started.
Oh, no doubt. I agree.
Yeah, it's incredible, the people out there. Any question I had, or they would more than tell me everything I needed to know. And yeah, it's just fun. I enjoy people. They're nice. Everyone's very kind. Yeah, kindness matters. So thank you.
Yeah, cheers to that.
Yeah.
Well, right on. All right. With that, everybody, we will catch you on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, give Ken a follow, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.
See ya.